Welcome to the second part of the blog calendar tutorial. If you missed the first part, just click on the link at the top. What we did in the first part was create two backgrounds in Photoshop for our calendar. This week we'll be in Dreamweaver showing you how to write up the CSS and HTML code to create what a blog post summary might look like. So something rather similar to this. So you've got your little calendar, a title, a small summary, and a little link to the full post or article. So let's hop over into Dreamweaver. We've got two files already set up, a HTML file, we've called it CSS blog calendar example, and we've called it index.html. We've also created a supporting style sheet which is linked here, and you can see it here. We've set out in such a way that you can see it easier. So first of all, what we need to do is to create 5 little classes. Okay, so first of all, the calendar. So the actual whole calendar itself. So first of all, we need to specify a width and height. So let's have a width of 40, because of course if you remember before it was 40 pixels in width, and in total the height was 25 plus 15, which of course is 40 again. So that's the height and width. We also need to float it to the left and reset the margin to 0. Okay, so let's put that on our HTML. So div class equals calendar. Let's close that off. Next we need to create the attributes for the calendar month. So first of all, we need to bring in the background which we created before. So URL. If you use the tooltips, it's quite a lot quicker. So month bg.gif. Let's have it so it doesn't repeat itself and align to the top left. We need to specify a height and width again. So the height of the month was 15 pixels and the width was 40 pixels. Next we need to reset the margin and padding to 0 again. I'm going to decrease the font size to 0.7 EMs. And because it's a green background, I'm going to have a white text, which is FFF on the hexadecimal reference. Then we're going to give it a text align in the center. And finally we're going to float it to the left again. So let's put that in our HTML. Div class equals calendar month, and close it off. Okay, back to the style sheet. We'll quickly save that and move on to the calendar date. So again, we need to bring in the background. So URL is here, date bg, no repeat, and again align it to top left. The height of this was 25 pixels and the width was 40. Next we need to again reset the margin to 0 and also the padding. Next we need to give it a font size, 0.9 EM. Colour, I'll have it as the default, which is 000 on the hex reference, which is black. Text align, center, font weight, I'm going to make it bold, and finally again float to the left. So let's insert that into here. Div class, div class, if we spell it correctly, calendar date, and close that off. Back to the style sheet. The blog title, which is this part. So first of all, what we're going to do is to give it the font size of 1 EM. Oh, EM, not ME. We'll make it bold. Height was of course 40. Width we're gonna width we're gonna put at 250 pixels. Padding, actually we're gonna do padding left, give it a slight indent so it looks a bit more clearer. margin 0, float left, and color put it white. Of course, having white text means that you will have to edit the body. So let's give this a background color of let's say black actually. Okay, so block title, let's put that in. I'm going to put this one in a span. Block title, close it off. Then in the read more, again we need to put some attributes in there. So first of all we're going to put font weight bold, color, color 0BO, which is green, and font size 1 EM again. Okay, so now we need to fill in these bits. So as you can see, we've got our little calendar and date and background. So let's put something in for the month. So let's put today's date, which is November the 22nd. Blog title, we're going to put an example. So as you can see here, it's put it right next to it. Before we continue, we're just going to put a line height of 40 pixels, which vertically aligns it to the center. So here, and we're also going to change the font family. Let's say Tahoma. There we go, it looks a bit more clearer. And also going to put a line height on the calendar date. So again, it aligns it to the center vertically. And the same for this one. Line height 15 pixels. There we go. And then to do the little summary, choose a simple paragraph tags. So we're just going to put some random characters in. Paste this a few times. Need to put it to white. Color FFF. Clear both. So it should align it to the next line. Here we go. And then beneath that, we need to put our read more, which of course we did, eh? So again, we need span plus equals read more. Going to use an A tag. ahref equals nothing in a minute, and then in the middle we need to put read more. Okay, and there you go. If you want to recolor the link, you can just put A at the end of this. So there you go. That is pretty much it wrapped up. That's it for this mini series of tutorials. We must apologise because we won't be uploading any tutorials for a while after this one, because we are a bit busy setting up a WordPress system for the new version of our website. We apologise for any inconvenience. You can download a supporting zip file on our website. That's www.crwd.co.cc/tutorials, which includes the HTML and CSS we have written, and also the supporting images and PSD files. Thanks for watching, and hope this has been of some use to you.